This is my audience.
Hello, my name is Ramie, and for my demonstration speech, I will be demonstrating how to thread a sewing machine. Did you know that many Americans lack the basic household skill of knowing how to sew? And no, it's not just for grandmas. Anybody can do it, and it's super useful. If you know how to sew, you'll be able to fix any minor fashion error you have, or a hole in your pants. If your pants are too long, you can know how to hem them, and you don't have to pay somebody to do it. When I was 11 years old, I learned how to sew from my aunt. I started just learning how to sew pillows, so that was just basic square and stuffing it. Then I began taking sewing lessons, and the lady I took sewing lessons from then offered me a job when I was in high school, and I was able to be a wedding dress wedding dress seamstress. And so I got to hem wedding dresses, I got to make veils, I got to put bustles in wedding dresses, and also other just normal alterations. And so that was really cool that I was able to make money out of just a hobby that I used to have. So yeah, today I will be teaching you 3 easy steps on how to thread a sewing machine. And once you know how to thread your basic sewing machine, you should be able to sew any basic item or any basic fix that you need to do. So let's start off by gathering our materials. So you'll need 3 things to know how to thread your sewing machine. So obviously you'll need a sewing machine. This is just a basic sewing machine that you can find at Walmart, Target, anywhere like that. It's not too expensive. Every sewing machine is a little bit different, but the way it's threaded is fairly similar. So you'll just need a basic sewing machine, and then you will need a spool of thread like this. And you will first place your spool of thread at the top on the spool holder. Secondly, you'll need a threaded bobbin. So your bobbin is your bottom thread in your sewing machine. So you will place this in the bobbin holder that is inside your sewing machine. You can take it out. You will place the bobbin in the bobbin holder, and then there's a tiny little guide right here that you'll just click into place with your thread. Once that is clicked into place, little technical difficulties. There we go, sorry about that. Once you have clicked your bobbin into place, it should pull out just like this, and you will place it into the bottom of your sewing machine, and you will just click it right in. Once that is done, you can close your sewing machine, and it is ready to be threaded. So now that you have all your materials, we can get started. And so the second step is to begin threading your machine. Most modern machines have arrows and thread guides, and so those are super simple to look at and know how to thread it. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to follow this thread guide at the top. Almost every machine has one, and you're going to pull it straight down, and there's arrows alongside showing you how to do it. After that, you're going to go up this thread guide to the inside of the machine, and there is a metal little handle, and you're going to go around it. There's also an arrow at the top showing you how to go around it. So you're going to go around your handle and down your machine. Let me get down here so I can show y'all. There is one last little thread guide before you get to your needle, and so you're going to go right around it. And so lastly, super simple. Everyone thinks it's difficult, but if you follow the thread guide, super simple. The very last thing that you will need to do is to thread the eye of the needle, and so this is probably the most difficult part. So I'm going to wet my fingers and try to stay calm and thread right through the eye of the needle from front to back, and you're going to pull it through. Once you get that done, you're going to pull your thread under the presser foot. And so that is the end of step 2. You have finished threading the top of your machine, and so the very last thing you'll need to do is to pull that bobbin thread up to the surface of the machine. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold your thread that was through the needle with one hand, and then this is the hand wheel. You're gonna turn it towards you, and it should be able to pick up that bobbin thread. And pull it all the way through to the back of your machine. And so now there's 2 threads back here, and you are ready to sew. So threading machine is not too hard. Anybody can do it, and those are 3 easy steps to learn how to do it. So let's go over the steps that I showed y'all today. So first, you're gonna grab your materials. You're gonna set up your materials and thread through the thread guides, and then you're gonna turn your hand wheel towards you, pulling that bobbin thread to the surface. So now you are ready to sew. Everything is set up for you. You just need to plug your sewing machine in and get going. So now that you know how to do that, you can sew holes you can sew up holes, you can hem pants, and you won't have to pay anybody to do it. So I hope that this encourages you to learn how to sew, and I hope it was useful, and happy experimenting. Thank you.